Yeah, hey guys, I finally made it to Brisbane. I've just did Australia's longest barefoot run, over 200 kilometres from Lismore to Byron Bay to Mullumbimby, all the way up the coast, Gold Coast to Brisbane, pushing this surfboard to help raise awareness around my concerns about Adani mine taking billions of litres of water each year for up to 60 years, guys. They're going to be allowed to take billions of litres of water in the Galilee Basin. Our farmers are already in extreme drought as it is, and the Great Barrier Reef is also under big threat as we speak with the rising of temperatures. So I'm here today to ask for the support of the Australian people who care. Last time I stood here, I was getting interviewed by Sunrise on Channel 7. I raised over $11,000 for our farmers in drought and got over 1.2 million views and over 10,000 positive comments across Australia wide. And when we want to go to ask ourselves the question, as I ask you guys, why are our farmers in drought? And what can we do to help this? I'm also quite concerned of, did all the farmers get the money that the Australian people, the middle class Australian people, the mother and fathers who go to work and work hard all day, every day to feed their families, and they donated from their own pocket to help our farmers in drought? Did all that money, millions of dollars, even get to them? I'm quite concerned about where that money actually went to. And why haven't we haven't, classed this as an emergency? Why is the Murray-Darling in drought? Why are we growing crops where crops shouldn't be grown? Why haven't we got more hemp trees in the ground? Hemp have up to 4 seasons per crop a year. That's 4 extra trees per year that we can use for material, for clothing, for hats. You can make surfboards. Hemp's even 10 times stronger than steel, guys. Hemp ethanol, hemp products for food, for our health benefits, and legalised marijuana for medical reasons, for kids who are suffering and old people who are suffering. A lot can be done with the magic herb that God has put on this planet. And I challenge people to question their values and their morals of our country, Australia. What does Australia mean to you? Where does our food come from? Our farmers are working hard every single day to feed us, put food on our tables for our kids, for yous who work endlessly. And our water's drying up. They're cutting down lots of trees, guys, lots and lots of trees. What happens when you cut the hair off your head and you walk out in the sun all day? For one day, all it takes is one day to be outside in a bald head with no sunscreen on, which is actually petroleum in sunscreen, which I also believe is a big problem why our Great Barrier Reef has bleaching and dying. So why are we cutting down all these trees when our farmers are in drought? Trees create rainfall and helps have microclimate and encourages rain. Guys, it's pretty straightforward. So I'm cutting off half my beard at the end of August to help save the Daintree and save our Australian rainforests. And I encourage you guys, for $2.50 you can help save 1 acre. And I encourage us to plant more trees before summer comes. The little trees need water. My family have planted millions of trees, guys. My dad and my brother and myself, back when I was in school, we planted millions of trees around northern New South Wales. We have people in here who are working for Adani mine, and they can't even look you in the eyes. Water is life, guys. And we got churches everywhere. There's a church right there. There's churches everywhere. What's your beliefs around Christianity when we're living in a Christian nation and our law is based on Christianity? What's that about? We got hundreds and thousands of people going to church on Sundays, and believe in Jesus is going to return, and if Jesus was here today walking this land in the physical form, even though his Holy Spirit is still here, he wouldn't want to go baptizing people out near the Galilee Basin where there's high chances that there's going to be poison in those waterways. Let alone, you know, the farmers around the mines are going to lose water, underground springs, cutting down all that trees, all the billabongs, all the wildlife, the finches, you name it. Not to mention also the drilling in the Great Australian Bight, all the fracking that's going on across Australia. It's a disgusting mess. You only got to Google fracking, coal seam gas Australia, have a look. How many of you have left your city, left your town, went out central Queensland, went to the Northern Territory? What does heritage listed mean to you guys? What does the Great Barrier Reef mean to you when you went there and enjoyed it, or you live around that area and you go fishing out there every weekend? I understand that positive change can't happen overnight, but I do challenge you guys that we need to stop our government for destroying our country, the country our grandfathers fought so hard for. And you want your kids to live in a safe environment, I'm pretty sure. So obviously there's something wrong within the system. There's obviously something wrong with the way we're doing things, and we need a change. We need a hemp revolution, guys. And this has nothing to do with hippie or a left wing, whatever you want to call it. It's just a name, it's a label. When you start talking about climate change, you know, you got a lot of doubters out there, guys. But I challenge you with your beliefs about Christianity and your grandparents who are also suffering from high electrical bills, and all you're thinking about is yourself. How many boats do you have in your garage? How many forward drives? How many of you are leaving your lights on at night? How many of you are not recycling? How many of you are, you know, and you say you care? What happens if someone come and hurt your kids? No, what happens if someone come and poison your lawn that you like, you know, your lawn and your rose bushes and your everything like that? How would you like it? It's the small things, guys. Treat other people the way you like to be treated. And here is our government lying to us, and not speaking on the behalf of us Australian, the majority of people, millions of Australians who don't want Adani mine because of the high threat it has. So I've just ran over 200 kilometers, guys, barefoot. No one's ever done it before. And I even challenge athletes who are working for these mining companies, who love to cycle on their racing bike or their running. You know, where's your water coming from? Where's your fresh air coming from? What about that nice nourishing food you eat at night time, all those vegetables that your farmers work so hard for? And what kind of future you want your kids to be brought up in? You know, I'm running around this city today. I'm doing extra miles. I don't need to keep on running anymore. I'm running and I'm looking everybody in the eye.